Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I want to thank all my subscribers and my viewers. Really appreciate it. And I want to talk about that because every time I visit a coloring channel, I always subscribe. And I don't know why it's so hard for people to subscribe back to your channel, you know? So anytime I go visit your channel, if I haven't subscribed to it, I'm gonna subscribe and I'm going to watch your videos and watch your commercials. So I'm still relatively new, but I do want to thank everyone who is subscribing and viewing my channel. I really, really appreciate it. So we're going to start a new page, and this one is by Ruth Sanderson. I actually got this one free visiting her website. It's a grayscale adult coloring book, Santa's Christmas. And this particular page is called Santa's Bag of Toys. So we're going to work on this one and see how this one comes out. All right, so normally what I like to do is do all the grayscale work. Now this is a very deep, deep grayscale. Let me see if I can bring some more light to it. Let me come around this way. I'm still trying to figure out how to position this light. Okay, so there's a lot of deep grayscale. So we want to make sure we keep it dark. And we're going to use the watercolor pencils and the watercolor markers that I have, because they worked very well on this last picture. And if you haven't seen this one, please visit my video of this coloring. So I did this one. And now, and this one is from Kimberly Hawthorne. Now we'll work on this one, okay? So let's get started. And I am going to, I think this is close enough. I'm going to hit it right at the top of the page there. Boom. I'd love to bring it in just a little bit more, but we're going to, when I concentrate on a particular area, I will. But let's just do some, I want to bring out, I know I said that I don't want to do more color, highlighting of the pencil, the marker, but I do, because when I get ready to put the marker down, it's going to save me so much time. When I color. And you'll see that when I get ready to do these pages, when I color these pages. Just a technique of mine. You don't have to do this. This is just what I do. And this is number 1, so. Of course, his suit will be red. There is no question about that. So a lot of dark area. I'll work this one later. Let's just do the main part right here. Now this is definitely deep gray coloring, but I need to bring it out just a little bit more. Okay, and that was number 1. Now number 0.5, I'm not going to worry about 0.5 so much, because 0.5 is just really, so let's go to 3. Now this is going to be much darker, and I want to just make sure we define his coat. Oh, look at, there's his belt. I didn't see that the first go around. All right, so you see what's happening? So we're starting to get some definition. And like I said, this will dry. Okay. Not too much, just enough. All right, let's, I'm going to use the pencil this time. And if not, I can always go back to the watercolor markers, because I use the watercolor markers on the barns. So we got a red, these pencils are called Hero, but I got them off. They're coming out of this set right here. So, remember it. Okay, so I'm just going to do here. So of course this whole area is going to be red. Now what I found is I'm going to turn it around. I want to put a lot of it down. This is going to be just a test shoulder. Now see, I could have brought this shading all the way up, and I can still do that, so I'm not worried about it. Because you really don't see, you lose his arm on the side here, so let's get heavy. I want to get really heavy on this red. So I'm going to spin it around real quick. Now you're probably asking me why it's here. I have a old coloring book, and it's you know, it's got that coating, that waterproof coating on it. That's why I'm using it, because this will go through to the table. So just want to build up color. Just want to build up some color. and see how this works. Now I'm wondering, I know this is watercolor, so I don't think the Gamma Sol is going to work at all on this. Just giving it a little bit more. I want to get dark, 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 dark under here. Hold on, I do have to take this off. All right, let's see how it's going to work. Are you guys ready? Okay, that's perfect. And then let me see if I can scroll in. Yeah, of course not. I don't know why it does that. That's not even clear. Sorry guys, I have to leave it right there. Sometimes I can get all the way into the eyes. So we're going to use our, make sure it's screwed on tight. Got a little bit of water. We don't want too much water coming out. Now I'm just using regular paper. So I know that there's a, just going to try to stay away from his beard. I'll work on trying to get all that stuff in the crevices for his little muff there. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. Make sure I got everywhere. And just give that a minute to dry. We don't want to mess with it, but that looks good so far, right? So far so good. So we'll stick with the watercolor. Oh yeah, that looks good. Just gotta let, you can see where it's wet. So, but you gotta let it dry. I know, I read the directions on why it doesn't zoom in properly. I do. And you can see it when it wants to do it. So we just gotta wait. So anyway, we gotta wait for it to dry. So let's work on the other side. And I will, maybe I'll call the people who make this Nikon. So you see how this dark when I highlight it? Now I'm going to show you something over here because I didn't do too much over here, but only over in the corners. But see how nice and dark that is? That's because I just did a little bit more graying. of the area. Oops. Let's see, I did that. Well, once it dries, I can always go over it again. Turn it. I know it's going to be a little tough for his beard, but we're going to just kind of do that. I'm going to lay more layers down so I can get that nice deep red. There's a lot of red up here. And the more you color, the more pick, more, so that when you use this pen, see how bright red it is? Now I'll work those where his beard is. All right, I'll let that dry. So I think it's going to work out. I think I still want to do a little bit more marker. Because I think, like, say for instance, the back, do number 3. Way back here where it's dark, okay, I can't use number 3. I'm going to have to use number 1 because his belt is number 3. And then where's my number 3? Then I'm going to just do a line. So you know where the back of his jacket is. So give that a second. I can still see it still drying. This is just going to take a couple tips of water. So that's a little darker, right? Let's see how that looks for you guys. Okay, so that looks good. Let me bring it all the way out. So, of course, as you can see, it still has to dry. So it still has to dry, so we've got to let it dry. And then if I need to do anything more to it, I can. This side is coming out really good. I may have to layer this with a little bit more pencil. All right, so I'm going to finish up his suit, and then we'll get working on his face, and then hopefully I'll be able to zoom in to his face really close, and then zoom into the toys. So, and I'm going to read the book again to find out why it's not doing that. So, all right, so there you go, guys. Thank you very much for stopping in. As always, stay inspired and color, color, color. Thank you.